can't be no light if darkness don't exist.
Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today we're going to be doing a day in the life together on our fun Fridays in our homeschool. This is the first Friday that I felt like I could film and share a little bit about how we do Fridays differently in our homeschool since we started back. We just finished week 4, I mean 3.5 really, but week 4 of our homeschool, and so now we are back into a good rhythm, and we had a full 5-day school week. So I thought, okay, this is the Friday that I am going to share. So I want to thank Night Zookeeper for sponsoring today's video. You guys know Night Zookeeper, if you watched last year, is a part of our Fun Friday homeschool routine. So I'm just finishing up getting ready. The kids are doing chores, and I had some work things that I needed to take care of this morning, so been doing that. Got myself a little bit put together, not too crazy, because I am gonna shower and get ready again later for going out to dinner for a date night with Jake. The kids have plans tonight, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So I just did like my 5-minute face using Merit. I've really fallen in love with Merit makeup. I always leave a link down below. They have like a whole system that, you know, with the bronzer and the highlighter, and it's just fresh and light, and they're a clean beauty brand too, so that's an awesome plus. So anyways, just finishing getting ready, getting going for the morning, and today's day in the life, I'm going to bring you guys through my day, but I'm going to specifically focus on a few things that I have been getting asked a bunch lately about homeschooling, certain things about homeschooling. So that's what I'm going to give some focus, time, and attention to throughout this day in the life. So I hope you guys enjoy it and come along for Fun Friday. So on Fridays, we do a shortened school routine for a couple of reasons. Number one, by Friday, we have all worked very, very hard. And number two, I like to have some flexibility in our week where if we have something going on, like an outing or a field trip or something like that, we can move the kids' work around that way. So on Fridays, everything is shortened down. We do a morning time together, but we do a little bit of a shortened version of that. And then on Fridays, I just have my older kids who actually they all are using some BJU Press curriculum this year. So I have them do their BJU on Fridays. So we do BJU 5 days a week in our homeschool, and the reason why we do that is because that curriculum is written for 180 days. And there's no part of it that I feel like is just like, let's take it out. It's all so great that I don't want to skip anything. So on Fridays they do that, but pretty much everything else is they don't do, unless they're my oldest two who are dual enrolled in college. They usually have things that they have to finish up by Friday. Today, my older son, he worked really hard Monday through Thursday, like reading Shakespeare for literally 3 hours, no exaggeration. So he is done with his college courses for the week, but my oldest daughter, she still has some work to finish up. So Fridays are shorter. My youngest daughter and I, we will do either health or science. We're kind of alternating those on Fridays, and then she will do her sign language course from BJU, and then she will do Night Zookeeper. So that is what she's doing for 7th grade on Fridays. So yeah, that's a little bit of an explanation on like shortened Fridays and why I do them and what that means for us at this stage of homeschooling. We have not a lot, but we do have like the apologetics class that I'm teaching twice a month. And then my friends also are doing some things. So we have some commitments that do take us out of our home in the mornings. And so it's nice for me on those days to just count that as like our lighter Friday. And then on actual Friday of those weeks, then they do a full school day. So it just gives the flexibility that is needed, and still with 3 high schoolers and 1 middle schooler, we still find ourselves needing that. So I wanted to address that in this day in the life. As I told you guys, I was going to be answering some commonly asked questions, and that is one of them.
If darkness don't exist, he never left my side. He showed me the way out of all the storms raging at the sea. He gave me.
So like I already told you guys, Night Zookeeper is sponsoring today's video, and I have been working with Night Zookeeper for years because we absolutely love using their creative writing and reading platform in our homeschool, especially on fun Fridays when we have a bit of a lighter load. So if you guys have never heard of Night Zookeeper, there are so many fun and engaging, colorful games that will get your kids ages 5 through 12 practicing those reading and writing and grammar concepts that you have been teaching them in your homeschool. And the best part is that it won't feel like something redundant, repetitive. It won't feel like something that you're gonna have to sit down and force them to do for extra practice. They will want to do Night Zookeeper, which is awesome. And I would also like to point out the fact that you do not have to be a homeschooler to utilize it. If you want your kids using their screen time more wisely, or if they do need some reinforcement or some development or just extra practice that they're not getting in their ordinary school day, then your kids will also benefit from Night Zookeeper. Not to mention, there's the computer literacy component of practicing typing and learning how to log into a website, navigating through Night Zookeeper, and all of that is going to give your kids awesome practice on utilizing a computer. I personally love to recommend it to you moms who are watching me now, who are like I was a few years ago when I had a bunch of kids. I was homeschooling who were all younger, and they all needed me for basically everything they were doing in their homeschool. If I would have been able to know about Night Zookeeper then, it really would have been such a blessing to me, because I would have been able to have one of them working on Night Zookeeper while I gave my attention to the other one, and I would have been able to utilize it in that way. So I highly, highly, highly recommend having resources in your homeschool that your kids want to do and that they can do fairly independently, which Night Zookeeper is super easy for the kids to navigate and figure out. It is so fun for them to work through the different levels and unlock things as they earn coins for getting questions right and completing different writing assignments. There's ways to have feedback given on your writing. There's ways to engage in that way. There's tons of free printables and just so many awesome things in Night Zookeeper. So I have an awesome offer for you guys. It is a 7-day free trial plus a 50% off offer for your subscription of Night Zookeeper. So there is no code needed. All you have to do is click the link in the description of this video and you will get that 7-day free trial to check it out, and then you'll get half off of your annual subscription to Night Zookeeper. And I know your kids will love it, and you can thank me for some quiet afternoon peace. It's also great for quiet time, things like that. There's so many ways to incorporate it, and it's just fun all the way around and will help you as a homeschooling mom or a mom in general. So the information to Night Zookeeper will be down below, and you can take advantage of it by clicking the link that's just in the description box. I always get asked, do you have a code? No, there's no code. No code needed, just that link. So another thing that I do on Fridays is grading for my high schoolers' work. I have a whole heap of piles of stuff that need to be graded, and I input grades into a website called Homeschool Hub that comes with BJU Press curriculum. Other things like Knotgrass history, I will go over the answers with my child that is using this, and then we will grade their correct answers or their incorrect answers. This is the way that I have found works best for doing grading, is to do it every Friday and make sure that I have the time in my homeschool week to do the grading. So that's another reason why I have a shortened school day on Friday, is because I do need time to go over all of these things with my high schoolers. I found that in the day-to-day, there's just too much going on for me to do daily grading. Now, when I've shared this in the past, it's generated another question that I wanted to include in this day in the life for you guys about how to grade homeschooling. Now, obviously, every state's requirements are going to be different, so you're gonna need to do what your state requires of you. However, if you live in a low regulated state and you're not required to submit grading or anything like that, then the way that I see best and have done with all of my kids is I don't really keep letter grades until high school, when there's a need for a high school transcript. And even then, as a homeschooling mom, you can allow your child to retake a test if they did poorly. Like, you still have some discretion. So for me, it's not, let me give them a bad grade just for the sake of doing it. There's a reason why in those younger years I don't do like grading, because what I'm going for is mastery. So if my daughter, let's say in the 7th grade, handed me a history essay and I'm reading it over and I see a ton of punctuation errors, I'm just gonna fix those things right there for her, and then I'm gonna show her why this was incorrect and perhaps have her do it again, implementing corrections. The same thing with math. My younger kids get instant feedback on their math, and if they get something wrong, then we go ahead and we fix it right then. We go over the problem together right then. The point of home education is that your children would learn and understand what they're learning, not for the sake of purging information onto a test and getting a good grade and then forgetting it and moving on, which is very much the model of the public school system. However, I do believe that there is a time when grades do necessitate and warrant some type of implementation, and that is usually for high school, because as a homeschooling parent, my job is to ready my children for whatever the Lord has for them in the future. And if I fall into the camp of unschooling and we don't do grades ever in our homeschool, then if my child wanted to go to a college or a trade school or whatever, then we might not have the required documentation prepared for them in order to do those things. I know grading can be a very hot topic when it comes to homeschooling, but I do think there's wisdom in keeping grades for high school for sure. So now that leads into the next question. So how do you grade? Do you just look at it and say, okay, this is good, you get an A, or this is bad, you get an F? No. Every curriculum will have a grading rubric or something included in it. Some homeschool programs auto grade, which those are great, but everything we use doesn't do that. So for example, Knotgrass, in the front of the book, it tells you how to grade it. In my son's forensic science class right here from Master Books, this one, in the teacher's guide, it tells me how to grade. So I follow their outline for grading for each thing. And so as you grade your high schooler or younger child's work, if you do grade it, you give each assignment a grade, and then of course you average those grades for the quarter, and that gives you a quarterly grade, and then you do that for a semester, and that gives you the semester grade, and then you do that for the whole year, and then that gives you their final grade in that specific subject. So that's the way that I do grading in my homeschool. That is my philosophy on grading. I do keep grades for high school, and with 2 kids who have dual enrolled in college for their junior and senior years, the colleges did request those transcripts, and most, I'd say 99% of higher education is going to request that. Even if they want to go into like the military, there's different things. So even if you personally are like, grades, they don't really mean anything, I just want my kids to know the information, I agree with you, but also we do have to document things, and that is just kind of the way that the world works, and we can only like go against the system in so many ways before we're honestly like disservicing our children. So that is my philosophy on grading. That's how I grade. And in the younger years, I'm not grading anything. I am simply looking at it, making sure it's right. And if it's not, then we're going over why it's incorrect, or why we could have made this better, or why we need more detail, so that you're developing that child. And all of my kids, as they've matured and grown older, have been able to take tests very easily. There's like, you know, they say in public school you have to learn how to test. I don't know about that. And I also don't think that there's any reason why kids need to be tested multiple times a year, and like that's just the whole focus of public education, which is not the focus of homeschooling. But again, there has to be a happy medium balance between both like polarizing ends of the spectrum when it comes to grading. So that's my philosophy. That's how I've done it. And I've been getting asked a lot about that. Really ever since I posted on Instagram, like my routine for grading high school work on Friday. So I figured I would throw that in there for you guys. And as always, do your own research. Every state is different. Every country is different. So don't just take my word for it. Make sure you know what's required of you when it comes time for that. So now that I've told you guys all that, I actually am going to do my grading. So I'm first going to log into Homeschool Hub, which again comes with BJU Press Homeschool courses. I have a parent portal and a login for that, and it shows me all 3 of my kids and all of the assignments that they have done for the week, and I just go in and I review them. Some of the things that they answer are like review questions that they do in their notebooks for the subject, and so then I'm looking at the answers in their notebooks, which is why I end up with like large piles like this. So as I go through it, then I'll return it to them and just keep their grades up to date. Last year, I did not do a very good job at sticking with my grading every Friday. I would get really busy or have other things to do, and so it would get pushed to the wayside, and that's okay to do on occasion. But if you end up needing to grade like 4 weeks of work for 3 high school kids, it is quite a time-consuming process, and I don't recommend letting yourself fall behind. So I am doing my absolute best this year to stay on top of it, and so that is what I'm gonna do now.
That all people are sinners, even Bible patriarchs.
Yep, and our faith doesn't have to be perfect for God to accept it.
And then some examples of faith. Would you like me to read those?
Yes, just a few.
To trust that God exists, that He is in control, and that God has a plan for you.
Yep, good. Here's this back. You can put that away.
Did I do good or no?
Yeah.
What about forensic science?
I haven't done that yet.
So are we allowed to play once we're done with this? Or can we do it now? Huh?
Sure. It is 1 o'clock now, and I just finished up grading everything for the week, having an afternoon coffee before I work out. I am going to do a upper body weightlifting day, and then I'm going to get my steps in and do a hike. So probably about an hour of a workout, and then I'm gonna shower and get ready because Jake and I are gonna go have dinner out tonight. So I don't have to cook dinner tonight, which is very, very exciting for me. One night off. So that is what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna finish drinking this, change into my gym clothes, and then head over to the gym. So before I head out to the gym, I wanted to show you guys a look, because I've been kind of sharing bits and pieces of the room switch that we were doing. And if you haven't been up to date with videos, then none of this will really make a lot of sense to you. I don't want to go back all the way through it, but we did finish my youngest daughter's room. So I thought I would show you guys how it turned out. Super happy with her more mature big girl room, and then the swap with her brothers to accommodate them. Still working on their room, a couple more things to do in there, but hers is all the way done, so I thought I would show you guys. So another thing on Friday is that they all get some game time or iPad time or phone time when they're done with school. So I wanted to show you guys real quick. So when you walk in her door, she has her little Instax photos here. Then on the back side, we have her little hanger there. Some of the things I'm intentionally gonna leave out because they're like personalized. But on this wall, we put a couple of her decorations she already had. And that was a new little light we found for her at Home Goods. These 3 frames are from the Target dollar spot. They just looked so cute. She had her dresser already. Her bed is new. This metal bed is super cute and from Wayfair. Her mattress is new. All of her bedding is new. This is from IKEA. This is from IKEA. From IKEA. These like sheets that I just thought were really pretty are from Target. This print above her bed, also from IKEA. This child, also from IKEA. This lamp over here is from Home Goods. And then she had that sign from Hobby Lobby. Over here, just like her bookshelf, her Legos, the last of the toys that she has. This little mirror we got at Home Goods. This is from Amazon. Her chair is from Amazon. Her pillow and blanket. The pillow's old from Target. The blanket is from Home Goods more recently. This nightstand over here, so cute, is from Home Goods. And these curtains, they're not quite sheer. It's hard for the camera to pick them up. They have like hints of gold and like brown through them, so they were perfect. And then the curtain rod up there is also new from Amazon. I really like it because it matches her bed really well. Do you love your big girl room?
Yes.
She loves her room. And then her fan is from Wayfair. And this looks like it wouldn't put off a lot of air, but it actually has a really good amount of airflow. So yeah, that is her little room makeover. It turned out super cute. I already talked about paint colors, but the wall is Evergreen Fog. That is the color I did in the bathrooms, and she liked it so much. And the walls are Agreeable Gray, Sherwin-Williams, which we have throughout the house. So I love her room. It's very neat. It's not cluttered. We cleaned out toys. We cleaned out clothes. We changed all the hangers to velvet hangers, and I got reprimanded in that video for how many clothes my kids have. It's way too excessive according to people. But anyway, we love her room and she's super happy with it. It was an early birthday present for her and we love how it turned out. All right, home from the gym now, and I have a protein shake, and I just took like a literal 3-minute shower because Jake and I are gonna go out later, like I said, but my friend is on her way to bring over her gecko for us to gecko sit. They are headed on a cruise, and so they asked us if we would watch and take care of their gecko while they're gone. So that's what we're gonna do. And so she's bringing him over. So I had to shower real quick before she got here, but I think we were able to pull it together, even though I did get pretty sweaty working out. I did a really good Peloton hike. It was 30 minutes, but it was like my favorite format. So it's like max incline for 3 minutes, 10 incline for 2 minutes, then like fast walking with 8% incline for 1 minute, and then repeat. So it's my favorite kind, and it was really good. And then I lifted weights for about 30 minutes. So yeah, that was a good workout. I also got some Happy Meal that I know if you guys watch my channel regularly, you're gonna laugh, but I don't care, it's very cute. Let me show you. So Jake and I are not doing costumes or anything like this, but we do have quite a few like fun fall activities planned. And I saw this Basset Hound shirt on Etsy and I had to have it. So funny. I love it. And I don't care who laughs at me. This one's my favorite. So cute. Just call me the reptile store.
That's right. What is our life?
Here's our house guest. You can't see him really, but he's in there. Right next to Sai. They're lizard buddies, but they can't see each other. Fun fact, male geckos will aggressively throw themselves against their glass enclosures if they see each other. So thankfully her terrarium has the cover on the side. So we have the desert and then we have the jungle over here. And our little friend is hiding way back there. So never did I ever think I would have not 1, but 2 geckos in my house. And live crickets on my desk waiting to be put in to the garage where we keep them. I have come a long way. Can't go wrong with chips and salsa. Fajitas. Jake got tacos. Smile. All the nephews have been Christmas shopped and birthday shopped for a couple things for the girls too. All right guys, so it's obviously the next day. I did not end the video last night after we went out. We came home, the kids got home from their friends, and so I didn't close out the video. So I'm here the next day to close out the video as I'm editing it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and me answering some questions. Let me know if you guys have any other questions about homeschooling or just like parenting, anything like that. Feel free to leave questions in the comments of this video. I will come back to it and use them for future. Also, make sure you guys check out the links to Night Zookeeper. That will be down below with the link to save you 50% off plus the 7-day free trial. So thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up before you click out of it, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.